Hi yogis, this is a flow to get every beginner yogi stretching and feeling confident on the mat. Don't worry if you've never done yoga before, maybe never even seen what yoga moves look like. This will guide you through the basic moves, help you to find the stretches. If you can't find the stretches, I'll show you different ways to adapt the moves so that you don't hurt yourself, but you're still benefiting your body. Don't panic if you think that you're not flexible enough, that you haven't moved away from a desk or a car for years. You might feel like you're too old to start doing yoga. There's no age limit, no size limit, and no ability limit. Everyone can stretch on the mat. There's no perfect way of doing it. It's all about listening to your body, feeling what you can and can't do. Every body is different, literally. Some people have tight hips, some people have really tight hamstrings. You might hold your tension in your shoulders and have them permanently bunched up to your ears. You might have tight calves. Want to work on your core. There's all sorts of different things going on in your body, and what you'll find as you go through the journey of yoga, that actually it's just a great way to switch off. All you have to worry about is where to put your hands and feet, and there is nothing else in life that's the only thing you think about for the time you're in one place. Plus, every class ends with the chance to lie down and relax. Ease your muscles down, slow down your breath, and just feel thankful that actually you bothered to give it a go. So we're going to start by working through our body from shoulders, down the sides of our bodies, round our hips, down legs, and just feeling which areas feel tight for you. Listen to your body, use your breath to relax things down. We always start with our feet hip width apart. Now there's a yoga hip width. We all think hips are out here somewhere. There's a much nicer way in yoga of finding your hip width. So you stick your heel into your instep on one foot and then just twizzle your foot around. And that keeps you nice and square. Grounded on the mat, wriggle your toes around, press them down into the floor. If you've still got your socks on, take them off. You need to be barefoot for this so that you can really feel how you settle on the mat. Push your hips forwards, so that means tilting your pelvis forwards, so you start to feel a stretch through the front of your hips and down your legs. Relax your shoulders down and then slowly roll your shoulders round. Squeezing your shoulder blades together at the back. It might feel all clicky and crunchy. It's perfectly normal. Then roll forwards, stretching your arms around to the front. Picture the distance between your shoulder blades across your back, stretching them out. Then drop your shoulders down. Imagine you're trying to drop your shoulder blades down your back. That will release the tension. Then stretch your hands out wide. Take a big breath in. Reach your arms above your head, pressing your hands together. And as you breathe out, circle your arms all the way round. Then roll your shoulders back. Stretch your hands out wide again. Take a big breath in, reaching your arms above your head. And as you breathe out, circle your arms all the way round and roll your shoulders back. Stretch your hands out wide again. Take a big breath in, pressing your hands together. As you breathe out, bend your elbows, bring your thumbs between your eyebrows and squeeze your elbows in tightly. Relax your shoulders down. Remember, you're dropping your shoulder blades down your back. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, open your hands out to the sides. You should feel your shoulder blades squeeze together at the back and drop your elbows down. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, bring your hands back together. Squeezing your elbows in tightly, relaxing your shoulders. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, open your hands out to the sides. Then push the palms of your hands away. Relax your shoulders down again. It's really tempting to bunch them up. Keep dropping them down and pushing the palms of your hands out. Take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, bring your hands to the front. Press the palms of your hands together and then squeeze your arms in as if you're trying to get your elbows to touch. Then spread your fingers out wide, stretching out as far as you can. You should get a really strong stretch around your shoulders. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, drop your hands down and circle them all the way round, reaching up. Take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, drop your chin down to your chest, bend your elbows and squeeze them into the side of your head. Pressing your hands together, take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, push the palms of your hands away again. Relaxing your shoulders. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, bring your hands back to the front. Then push the palms of your hands away. Take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, stretch forwards. Pushing your hands out in front of you. Look down between your arms, keeping your legs as straight as you can. Holding your tummy, and you're trying to get a flat back. So imagine you're trying to make a right angle shape. If your legs are really tight, just soften your knees out slightly. Take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, bring your hands onto your shins and roll your shoulders back. So the shape you're looking for is completely flat, stretching out in front, out from the top of your head. Depending on the proportions of your arms and your legs, you might need to drop down a little bit further, you might need to lift up, but you're aiming for a nice square right angle shape. Take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, stretch all the way back up. Take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, drop your right arm down your leg and reach your left arm over your head. Try not to twist over. Try to keep your chest straight with the front of the mat and pull your left elbow back in line with your ear. Then turn to look up towards your left elbow, reaching over just a bit further if you can. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, bring your hands together. Squeezing in tightly, come back to center. And now you should have a really stretched left side. So we'll make the other side match. Bring your left hand down your leg and reach your right arm over. Remember, keeping your chest square with the front of the mat, pulling your elbow back in line with your ear. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, bring your hands back together, squeezing in tightly, come back to center. Then soften your knees and slowly roll all the way down towards the mat. Tucking in your chin, releasing out between your shoulder blades. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly roll up, pulling your hands up away from the mat, rolling through your back. Roll your shoulders back and lift up your head. Well done. Stretch your hands out again. Take a big breath in. This time, as you reach up, have the palms of your hands facing each other. Bend your knees, sinking into your heels. Now try to keep your knees in line with your ankles and push your hips out behind you. Stretch your arms up. Then imagine you're holding a thick block between your knees, so you're tightening through your thighs. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, straighten your legs and fold forwards. Now don't worry if you can't reach the mat. Just hang down to wherever you can get to, but keep your legs straight. That's the stretch you're looking for. Don't be tempted to bend your knees and bring your hands down, because that won't loosen out your hamstrings. Take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, stretch all the way back up. Part your hands again. Bend your knees, sinking into your heels. Remember, you're holding onto a block between your knees, stretching your arms up. Keep squeezing through your thighs. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, straighten your legs again and fold forwards. And you might just find you can get down a little bit further. Take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, bend your knees. Push your weight into your feet. Reach your arms up, then lift up your toes, stretching through the fronts of your feet. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Squeeze through your thighs. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, straighten your legs and fold forwards again. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, sink your head down towards your knees. Then slowly roll all the way up and roll your shoulders back. Just ease them round. Then stretch your hands out wide. Take a big breath in, reaching your arms above your head. As you breathe out, bring your hands down to your heart. Relax your shoulders. Put the weight onto your left foot and lift your right knee up. Just get used to standing on one leg. Find a spot to focus on. It might be easier to look down at the floor, straight ahead. You might even prefer to look up to the ceiling. Just find something that isn't moving. Then stretch your knee out to the side and hook your foot into tree wherever it feels right for you. If your hips are tight, you might feel happier having your foot down on your calf. If you feel really wobbly and it's just frustrating you that you can't stand still, tap your foot down and stretch your knee out. If you just tap your toes down, you're still having to balance your body. So find the level that works for you. Then stretch your arms above your head, reaching up as far as you can. Keep focusing on your spot. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, bring your hands back down to your heart and drop your foot down. Well done. Bend your knees in and out. Put the weight onto your right foot and lift your left knee up. Crunching in, holding in your tummy, keeping you strong. Stretch your knee out to the side and hook your foot in. Again, just find the level that works for you. There'll be one side that's easier to balance on than the other. Then stretch your arms above your head, reaching up as far as you can, stretching your knee out wide. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, bring your hands back down to your heart and drop your foot down. Well done. Bend your knees in and out and roll your shoulders back. Then we'll get a bit of a flow going. Come to the top of your mats and we'll do a flow that's based on something called the salute to the sun, where you get a few lunges in. You get to do downward dog, that if you've never done yoga before, you've probably already heard of. We'll get a pigeon pose in that will stretch into your hips, and we'll just loosen everything out. So stretch your hands out wide, relax your shoulder blades down your back, feet hip width apart. Take a big breath in, reaching up, pressing your hands together, and as you breathe out, fold forwards, tucking in your chin. Soften your knees, put the weight onto your hands either side of your feet, then step your right leg back into a lunge. So you're looking to have your left knee in line with your ankle. If your knee's coming further forwards, like this, you just need to step your right foot further back. Otherwise you're putting pressure on your knee and you're not getting the stretch where you need it. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, step your left leg back into plank. Check that your hands are in line with your shoulders, then come down onto your knees. Push your hips forwards and stretch your chin up, squeezing your shoulder blades together at the back. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, bend your elbows. Keep them tucked into your sides. It's not like a press up where you stick your elbows out. You keep them down the side of your body. Then straighten your arms and lift up again. Take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, tuck your toes under and come up into downward dog. So you're looking for 3 stretches here. You're pushing your head through your arms as if you're aiming your nose towards your knees. You're angling your hips up and then heels are aiming down towards the mat. It's a strong stretch. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, look forwards towards your hands and step your left foot through your hands at the front. Now this move is everyone's nemesis, getting your foot back to the top of the mat. Don't worry if you're halfway up. If you stopped here, just bring your hand to the back of your leg and step your foot up. Bring your right foot up and stretch all the way up. Take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, fold forwards again. Soften your knees, and this time step your left leg back into a lunge. Checking again that your right knee's in line with your ankle, pushing your left heel away to keep your left leg strong. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, bring your right leg back into plank. Come onto your knees if you need to, otherwise try coming all the way down. Bend your elbows, tucking them into your sides, and slowly come down. Scoop through and lift up again, stretching your chin up, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, tuck your toes under and come up into downward dog. Stretching your head through your arms, relaxing your shoulders, pushing your hips up and aiming your heels down. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, look forwards towards your hands and step your right foot through your hands at the front. Again, just grab the back of your leg and chuck it to the top if you need to. Bring your left leg up and stretch all the way back up. Take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, fold forwards again. You might just find that things are getting a little bit looser through the backs of your legs. Tucking in your chin, take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, soften your knees and step both legs back into plank. Holding in your tummy, tuck your elbows in, come onto your knees if you need to, and slowly come down towards the mat. Scoop through and lift up. Stretching your chin up, take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, tuck your toes under and come back up into downward dog. This time you're going to come into three-legged dog, so put the weight onto your left foot and stretch your right leg up towards the ceiling. Press your left heel down towards the mat. Keep your right leg as straight as you can. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, bend your right knee, bringing your knee up towards your chest. Then you're just going to lean forwards and drop your knee down in between your hands. And you come into pigeon. Now if your hips are tight, you might feel like you want to drop over onto the right side. What you're aiming for is for your right foot to be out to the left hand side and your left hip to be coming over to the left hand side of the mat. So your right hip's lifted away from the mat and you're getting a good stretch into your hip. If that's too much and you're either lifted up here or lopsided, do the adapted version. So you lean onto your right hip, bend up your left knee. So you're zigzagging your legs. Just do whatever works for you. If you're in full pigeon, check that everything's square. Then in both versions, stretch your arms out in front, sinking your body down towards the mat. So you're either in full pigeon stretching out, or you're in the adapted version with zigzag legs coming over your right knee. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Then walk your hands back in. Straighten your left leg out behind you. Tuck your toes under and you lift back up into downward dog. Bend your knees in and out just a couple of times to loosen out around your hips. Then stretch your left leg all the way up. Pressing your right heel down towards the mat. Pushing your head through your arms. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, bend your left knee, crunching your knee up towards your chest. Drop your knee all the way through into pigeon. Now this will be where you'll notice probably a difference from one hip to the other. You might find one side's looser than the other. Just listen to your body, don't force it. If you managed it on one side and you need to adapt on the other, that's absolutely fine. They will get used to it. Check that your left foot's wriggled out to the right hand side and you're dropping over to the right side of the mat, not leaning on your left hip, so you're squaring everything up. Then walk your hands out in front. Remember, you have the option to zigzag your legs if you need to. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out, sinking your body down. Take another big breath in. And as you breathe out, lift up your head. Walk your hands back in, tuck your toes under and come back into downward dog. Well done. Bend your knees in and out, stretching through your arms, then slowly come down onto your knees. And we're going to come into cat. So you need to have everything square, hands beneath your shoulders, knees in line with your hips. Take a big breath in, arching up your back, tucking in your chin. Then as you breathe out, drop your tummy down and lift up your head. Squeezing your shoulder blades together at the back, rolling through your back. Take another big breath in, arching up, crunching in. Then drop your tummy down and lift up your head. Come back to center. Swing your legs all the way round to the front. Then roll backwards onto the mat. Bring your knees up to your chest, hugging them in. Circle your knees around and use the floor to massage your back. Releasing out between your shoulder blades and around your hips. Then stretch your arms above your head, straighten your legs down the length of the mat and give your body a full stretch. Keep your chin tucked in. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, relax your muscles down onto the mat. Swing your arms around to your sides. Let your feet stretch out and the palms of your hands rest up. Tuck in your chin to release any tension from the back of your neck. If your lower back feels tight on the mat, just bend up your knees and rest the soles of your feet on the floor. Close your eyes and become aware of the movement of your breath flowing through your body. Feel the rise and fall of your chest as you slowly breathe in and out. Use your out-breath to relax your muscles. Feel the tension release from your face. Your eyelids become heavy. And as your jaw relaxes, your teeth slowly part. Feel your shoulders drop down away from your ears. Your arms become heavy. And your fingers gently curl. feel the tension release down your back. The muscles soften around your hips. And your legs press down into the mat. Finally, your ankles relax and your feet roll out to the sides. Your whole body feels heavy and relaxed on the mat. Then slowly you start to bring your awareness back to the space around you. You wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes, roll your head from side to side. Then whenever you're ready, roll over onto your right side. Let your body get used to moving. Your eyes get used to the light. Then slowly lift yourself up. Roll your shoulders back. Take a big breath in, reaching up. And slowly breathe out. Breathe in again. And breathe out. And there you have it. Your first round of yoga. Use this whenever you can. You'll find that every time you get into the positions, they get easier. You start to learn more about how to place your body on the mat and how to find the right stretches for you. Don't force it. It's not a competition. It's just about making your body, your mind, and your just general well-being feel so much better. Enjoy it. And I'll see you all again very soon on your virtual mat.